Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the VapeTrainGaming channel. Are you ready to learn how to tame one of the easiest dinos out there that can help you take over the ocean biome? Stay tuned, you're about to find out. Alright folks, welcome back, and the dino that I will say, I've been singing this thing's praises since it first was released in a patch way back when, is the Basilosaurus, the giant sea sausages that have groups of mantas following them around. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to show you how to passive tame one of these. They're one of the easiest things to tame, and they're quite possibly one of the most useful water dinos that you can have. If you've never seen them before, they are literally just giant sea sausages. Let's go pop down here. These things. Basilos. So what make these things so great is they have such a high health pool. They are not affected by the Sandaria's electrical attacks, and I think even the eels. Like, I don't even really think the eels affect them. Also, if you're fighting against the giant squids, they can't be grabbed. So you can just beat the heck out of whatever. I used to go and run around, when these first came out, I ran around the island just killing alpha moses all day long. And used to have all these fishing poles and everything. So there's a level 20 over there. Let's go see if we can find a decent one. That is a megalodon. That is not what I want. Megalodon's will eat my face. Oh, look at this. It's so convenient. Level 50 female right here. So what you're going to need is the extraordinary kibble, which honestly, even if you're a low level, getting extraordinary kibble is insanely easy to get. Especially if you're on like Scorched Earth or you're on a server. Tame yourself a low-level pair of Utyrannus, the big angry furry T-Rex looking dinos that roar at everything. Tame yourself a couple of those. Their eggs can be used for extraordinary kibble, which is the max tier of kibble that you can get right now. The only other thing you need is Lazarus chowder and whatchamacallit? Props and Lazarus chowder. So go ahead and get that started. If you haven't gotten to that point already, you should be. But we're gonna go ahead and tame this level 50 over here. Hopefully that megalodon doesn't like me too much, so we got to keep track. Now, the thing you got to watch out for is Basilos normally have a giant group of mantas following them around. Luckily on the Genesis server, it only seems to be like one or two a lot of the time. So we're just gonna go down. Got the kibble or whatever you're using. I mean, you can also use raw prime fish meat, you can use mutton, you can use all sorts of things, but we are going to use extraordinary kibble because this will make it extremely quick, extremely easy. Now, whenever you do the first feeding, it normally takes about 2 to 3 minutes before you can feed them again. So keep an eye on it. If you can, stay out of the way, don't let it get hit because you'll lose all the taming effectiveness that you're working on. And you're just waiting for the giant sea sausage to get hungry again. It's really quite simple. At the same time, whenever it comes to the saddle, go in here and check it out. Basilosaurus saddle is level 60. I mean, I hope when you're getting ready to rolling, you know, you can get up to level 60 pretty quickly. But it only requires some fiber, hide, and metal ingots, and it can be crafted at the smithy. It's one of the easiest ones to do. Also, doing the challenges and missions and stuff like that in Genesis, you get Basilos saddles all the time. So you might have a journeyman or mastercraft or something like that sitting in your vault right now and you don't even realize it. You're literally sitting on one of the keys to having one of the best dinos for the ocean area. But you're not the one I was trying. You're that 20 with that 135 manta. By the way, we'll cover one of those videos eventually as well of how to tame mantas and the eels. I feel those will be very helpful as well when you're running around on your giant sea sausage. Yeah, sea sausage. Where is the one I was taming? Wait. Swim away? Run away? Here just a second ago. That's a 5. That is the 20, and there's my 50 that I'm hungry yet, buddy. Anybody? No. Now, of course, if y'all are looking for a great cluster out there, come and join us on the ArkSurvivalism.com servers. that icon right there and the link in the description below. Come and join us. We're actually really looking for more people. I'm especially looking for more people because I want some people to play with. But this guy is at 50, just under 50%. So it'll probably take only 2 more feedings. Now, after the first initial feeding is done and you get past that 2 to 3 minutes, it takes less and less time to tame one of these. Now, I know my ocean base looks absolutely deplorable. It is kind of a giant collection of random crap thrown together, so don't judge me on that. But great thing is if you can tame yourself up a pair of these, max levels if possible, or the highest level you could possibly get at the time, get yourself a pair, start breeding them up. They are a mammal-based breeding system, so you have to wait for gestation and everything else. I will go into all the details and specifics in a moment. This is just showing you how to tame one. Now, if let's say you go up and you're trying to tame one of these and it's covered in mantis, kill the mantis. Kill the mantis as quick as you can, because you see every time you feed it how it does that little blood cloud. It's actually trying to attract creatures to it around it, so watch out, because if you feed it and there's a bunch of mantas, those mantas kind of go into a frenzy and decide they want to eat your face, and that doesn't go well for anybody. So let's see, got 1 more feeding and I only need to feed them once more and we have a giant sea sausage. Yay! But we'll be back after this is tamed. Stay tuned. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so let's go over the specifics here. So for the kibble for the Basilosaurus, they recommend the exceptional kibble, and that's like the best one for, not technically the best one, but like the max one for it, like the minimum max, whatever you want to call it. And I mean, you can use extraordinary. I mean, honestly, if you have a good enough farm going, you can make as much extraordinary kibble you want and tame 90% of the stuff that's out there for maximum efficiency. So let's go over the exceptional kibble real quick. So you're going to end up needing large eggs, which come from like Brontos, Gigos, Quetzals, Rexes, all that jazz. Therazinos as well. But you'll need some fiber, you'll need focal chili, you'll need mezio berries, rare flowers, and water. This is all crafted in the cooking pot. Now for the focal chili, you need citronal, cooked meat, amar berries, azul, tinto, and mezio berries, and water. As I said, I just go for the extraordinary kibble. After you get a good UD farm going or something that actually produces the eggs for extraordinary kibble, you're better off just going for that. So it takes 1 special egg, and they consider that Eutyrannus, Magmasaurus, rock drakes, wyvern eggs, the golden Hesperornis eggs, those all count. Fiber, giant bee honey, Lazarus chowder, mezio berries. Now the giant bee honey is the only thing that's really that makes things a little complicated. Go tame yourself a bee, get yourself a beehive going, keep it going so you always have some honey. Now Lazarus chowder needs cooked meat, savo root, long grass, mezio berries, and narcotics. So this is all stuff that you can reasonably get, especially if you're like around level 60 and you're working on getting up to that point where you can make the saddle. You should be able to have regular access to this already. So keep that in mind. Now, the best parts about a Basilo, besides the fact that they're not affected by the electrical damage and stuff like that, so when they're closer to the surface of the water, they actually regen their health really quickly. Their health pool is ridiculous. They're like little tanks of the sea. So you've got like, this was a level 50 tame, and it's got over 8,000 health already. So it's already kind of tanky. The damage is not exactly the best. But if you're on the surface of the water and you right click while you're going along, you can create a rainbow. Come on, make a rainbow. Rainbow. Sorry, I just get a kick out of that. They also passively generate oil in their inventories. So if you need an oil farm, Basilos are a good way to go. Besides that, the Basilos are really, really simple to tame, and they're some of the most versatile. Some people won't do motor unless they have, and for those of you who don't play on Gen, motor is the ocean boss that's here. We'll cover that in a later video whenever I feel I can go in there and solo it myself. But people like to use Basilos because Basilos are massively tanky, they heal relatively quickly, and they're just awesome creatures to have out in the ocean. But if y'all like this video, y'all make sure to come back and see me again. Make sure to smash the like and sub button. If you have any additional comments, leave it in the section below. At the same time, as I said, come to the Ark Survivalism server because I need some more people in here. And during a pandemic, folks, please be safe out there, and by all means, keep on surviving.